What's up, guys? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today's video, I'm going to be looking at VeChain, and looking at how I'm trying to find an entry point in this super bull run that's been happening over the past week or so. Stick around, guys. I've got a lot to go over, and some strategy and some goals. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, let's get the obvious out of the way first. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I just enjoy doing TA on the internet, and I enjoy having it public for everyone to see. So when I'm right, people say, yay, great job. When I'm wrong, people laugh. So, it's fun either way. Real quick, if you do have the opportunity, please take a look at my Twitter feed. I throw out lots of calls, lots of just charting analysis and retweeting of other people in the crypto community. So yeah, it's a great time. It's a fun time for all your crypto needs. And also, if you would please, if you like the videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time I do post a video. I try not to ask too much with that stuff until the very end of the video, but the growth has been kind of stagnant, so I'm going to get down on the one good knee I have left and ask you guys for some subscribes, some subscriptions, some subs. Alright, guys, before I get into VET, I want to take a look at Bitcoin real quick. So last time I made a video about Bitcoin, I talked about how I thought this was the one wave. I thought the two wave was just 4 days of down, and then it kind of bottomed out on the fifth day, but it bounced back quickly on the fifth day. Now it's been going up since. I don't know that we hit this 3. I don't know if we get this high. I think we might actually top out around 50k, maybe 51. I think we hit the top of this channel and we don't break it. I don't know if we hit this number, but that remains to be seen. The way things have been going, this market might never take a break. But with that being said, I did make my buy order at 38, so got in kind of right around here at 38,000. I sold half my stack the other day at 46 even. I believe that was from, let's see, 38 even. I know I had my buy order right at 38. Plus or minus a 0.25% will be okay. Up to 46. So almost, let's call it 20% or 21%. Now, with that, I am trading on KuCoin on 10x leverage, so it was 20 or 210% profit. So that was a huge gainer for me. One of my best trades. So that obviously, even though trading on margin, I'm not trading the entirety of my stack at 210%. Even at trading 25% of my total, well covered my monthly gains. So with that being said, I'd like to open up this chart because I think it's important to have goals. I think it's important to have what you feel are reasonable goals and something that's attainable. So for anybody who's starting with a small dollar amount, I just made this little chart here, this little notepad. Let me hit this font, let me make this a little bit bigger. So I'm looking at 30% per month on goals while trading on leverage, starting at $500. So as of right now, I have $515 in my KuCoin account. So at 30% monthly, compounding 30% every month, and then that new amount at the end of next month would be $650. So then 30% of that, $845, and so on and so forth. In 1 year, I should be able to turn $500 into over $11,500. That's the goal for 30% trading on leverage, month over month. So that's my goal. Now, going into VET, going into VeChain. VeChain I've been watching for days, looking for an ideal buying scenario. Now, what I have here is my charting that I thought was going to happen, and this is why I haven't bought VT yet. Because I was looking at the waves, I was looking at the Elliott wave theories, and I had a wave up and down about 30%. Wave up, down again, did not come down beyond the 1, so that was a good spot. It came to the bottom of the support, and then waved up. And I thought, okay, cool. So that 5-wave sequence on the 4-hour chart would have been the one wave on the daily. So with the one wave, I saw it come down. I'm like, okay, so it's going to be an ABC correction phase. It's going to be A, B, C down. And this yellow line going across is a line I had for a historical support resistance line. If I zoom this out, see it was resistance here. When it was above it, when we had the big bull run, it was a support. It dipped down really low, only for a wick, and then came back up, came back up, came back up. All these times here, it touched it and bounced off of it. So this was a historical support resistance line. So I was looking at that. I had a buy order in to buy VeChain. So I was looking to buy VT at about 1.2 cents or 9.2 cents. The ABC correction never happened. So then, what that leads me to believe now is that I was off on my waves, and I kind of sacrificed good for what I thought was the best case scenario, because getting this dip here would have been a good dip to buy and then to get up. Would have been a great opportunity to make. I mean, if I would have gotten in, never quite get the bottom, but if I would have got the bottom of the body to here, that would have been 17% to where it's at now, and 170% on margin. So it would have been a great deal, great call. But I thought I could get lower. I thought I was going to get the bottom of this wave, and then thought I was going to get a bigger run up. So I'm going to put this on a daily to broaden this out a little bit. I wanted to make sure to show you what my thought process was initially, so you knew where I was at, and could tell where I was going with my buys and sells. Because of the way this breached so high on the RSI was up over 80. I thought this was going to come down closer to 35 to 40 range. I thought this dip was going to be a rally and then a dip down to about 40 on the RSI, like it did here. Now it could still happen. If this is in fact all just parts of the one wave, there still could be a dip to come down soon. Now if I go to the daily, see this little guy ready to move on over. So now on the daily chart, this could be the impulses of the one wave, where we have the first impulse, the correction. We're at the top of the second impulse. If this comes down, look at this RSI. The RSI is pushing 80 on the daily chart. It's way overbought. There's no way I can buy right now. There's no way I can feasibly buy into this at this current scenario. Everything in the world is saying this is going to go down. It has to go down. I'm not saying it needs to. I'm not saying the bottom's going to fall out of it, but I'm going to be looking for around 10.2, 10.3, 10.2. I'm going to be looking to try to get in somewhere on this bottom of this channel. Now, the concern with that is that if this is the entirety of the one wave here, and the next move down is a 2, and on the fib retracement, I should be looking at probably still 9.2. I mean, to drop below the 38.2 and hit this 9.2 here would not be unreasonable if somehow my waves were off, and well, not somehow. It's likely that the waves are off some way or another, but I'm trying to get close. I'm trying to at least get an idea of where we're at. Yeah, this being off here could still come down and hit this 9.2 range, but I'm starting to think that this channel is going to hold closer than what I thought, and then our retracement is going to be right around the 23.6 line, and then we're going to go up, and then we'll have a big. If this goes all the way through, and then we have a big drop off, then we come down to 9.5 or 9.2 after if this goes all 5 waves or all 5 impulses of the one wave, and this is just one big one wave, and this would be a killer setup to get in here at the 50% mark or just below it. So I'm still keeping an eye on the support resistance line. I'm keeping an eye on RSI because the RSI cannot hold in this range long. I'm really, obviously, I mean, the whole market's super bullish, but as of right now, if this is the entirety of the one wave, it's 108% growth here on the one wave, and that is a healthy one wave. That is a very healthy one wave. In which case, you know, very easily we could have a come on, I'm not doing well today. We could have this be the top of our first, this be the second, this be the third, fourth, and we already have had a truncated 5. In which case, if one wave is very, typically in Elliott waves, if you have one very obtuse wave, so like this one was a very slow moving sideways, kind of very drawn out wave, you're going to have the next one's going to be very sharp. The next correction will be very sharp. And this one topped, bottomed very quickly, and then shot right back up. So we could very well be going to truncate at 5. If that is the case, our truncated 5 wave right now, or our truncated 5th impulse of the one wave, could have us coming down and testing, you know, we'll be testing this support line here, the support of, you know, 9.18 to 9.2 cents. So, with that being said, it is very hard to tell, and it's very hard to make any move right now to buy in, because everything logically, everything in my mind is saying this has to come back down. This price action can't keep rising this way. I mean, like, take a look, Raven coin. There's nothing you can do with this. You can't TA this. You can't predict the move this size. I mean, this RSI is just starting to fall from 88. Like, it literally, it super breached up to 82 or 83, and it, you know, it cooled off back down to 70, and then, like, this breach here would typically cool off down around 40 or 50. You would see it come down to here, in which case it would have dropped down to about 7.5 cents before then spiking back up if it was going to respike. So the market's making moves that you can't predict, but we're trying our best to make at least some savvy moves in this current bull market. I mean, if you got in early, and if you got in and you were buying in, you know, at 5 cents on VT, you're golden. Holders right now are looking like they are going to be, you know, the kings, because everything is going up, and it's going up at exponential rates. But the move still holds for me that this RSI is going to have to come down. We're going to come down. We're going to either test the bottom of this channel, or we're going to test this support here at 9.2. Guys, I know there's a lot of theoretical here, and there's not a whole lot of just solid information. I mean, but right now, being honest is going to be the best I can do for you. Being honest with this, that VeChain is looking great. Obviously, it's in a huge spike, but every run needs to cool off. Everything's going to need to cool off. Bitcoin's going to need to cool off. If it gets up to this top of this channel at 51, I'm selling out the other half, and I'm going to go hard into whatever dips first that I think is going to rebound hard. But those are my plays. Those are what I'm looking at. This is, you know, my goals for the year. You know, and I'm going to keep track of this every month. One of my videos is going to be about where I'm at, and I'll be open and honest. I'll open up my KuCoin account and show you guys the dollar amounts in there. As of right now, like I said, it's $515. The only reason why I'm not doing it now, I forgot to pre-open it, and I'm not doing the phone code and the passwords and stuff on screen while I record. So, but you know, this is my challenge for the next year. I'm trying to turn $500 into 11,000 or 11.5. So, guys, with that being said, that's the video. Again, please like if you like. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell if you like my videos. That way you always know when I put a new one out. And as always, guys, until the next time, peace.